Hi everyone, welcome back. So we're here to do part 2 of this beautiful Tink picture in Fairy Tale Princesses and Storybook Darlings. So I've been having a play, as I always do, and just checking on how I want things to look. And I did a green eye and a blue eye, and I've decided definitely blue. So what I'm going to do is take a scrap piece of paper and put it over the bits that I've already done, so I'm not smudging the pastel dust everywhere. So should we start with her eyes? And I've selected 3 blues. Let me line them up for you. Excuse me. From dark to light, I've got, come on camera, you can do it. So I've got cobalt blue, P390, and I've got pale spectrum blue 370, and powder blue 310. Okay, let me bring the camera in and we'll get going. There you go. Do you want a face full of book again? Alright, so we left off last night having done her skin. She looks a lot paler on camera in my screen than she is, but I can hold her up for you at the end. So can you see where the shadow is on this one? On the other image, it doesn't have that. So I might have to just adapt how I've done the eyes for this one, but we'll go with it. So where the shadow is, excuse me, I'm just going to put in the cobalt blue, our darkest of the colours. I'm just going to bring that round the edge. So we're still using the Derwent pastel pencils. And then I'm going to bring in the pale spectrum blue, the next of our colours, and blend that in. Kind of flick it into the centre a little bit. And then the palest of our colours, powder blue. Okay, then we're going to take a clean tortillon, just going to check it is clean. Yeah, and then we're just going to blend that in. There we go. So I'm going to go back in with the middle colour, the pale spectrum blue, and I'm just going to bring that down a little bit because that grey-scaling there has deepened up that blue a lot, if that makes sense. There. And then I'll do the pupil of her eye at the end, probably with pencils. Okay, same with this eye. Covering that grayscale and bring it down. Not so much this side. There we go. The pale spectrum blue. And then we've got our final colour, the powder blue, and I'm just going to fill that gap in. There we are. And then we'll blend that in. There. 2 beautiful blue, big blue eyes, aren't they lovely? Okay, right. Hair. Let's have a go. Now I'm only using 2 colours here. I might add a bit of white, but at the moment I'm just going to use the 2 colours. So I've got burnt ochre, which is 600, and I've got, come on camera, yellow ochre 580, and that's it. So I'm going to move my paper up so I don't smudge, and what I'm going to do is take the hair a section at a time. so you'll see what I mean. I'm going to use the darkest, which is our burnt ochre, and I'm going to say that this is section 1. So I'm going to put a bit of dark in here at her roots and do the same at the bottom, and I'm just flicking it up and not too far up because we're going to put the other colour in. Okay, then we're going to add the yellow ochre and we're going to flick that in, but again not too far up, and you'll see in a minute why. I want that highlighted bit to remain there. Okay, so then I'm going to take a clean tortillon, yeah, and I'm going to pull that colour down. I might need to add some more, but we'll see. With the same like flicking motion that we did. There. Okay, I'm going to deepen that up a bit, so I'm just going to put another coat in, another layer. And if we need to, I can put the highlight in with a bit of white, just to extenuate that a little bit. Is that the word? It's Friday evening, folks. Gosh, what a week it's been. Really long. Thank goodness for the weekends and colouring, hey? Okay, so if you want to add a little bit more highlight in, just put the white in. Let me take a clean one, and then I'm just going to pull that in. There. So that's her hair. Sorry about keep blowing. What do you think? I think it's alright for 2 colours. We could put a little bit of darker brown in, I'll think about it. So I'm taking this next section here, and it comes right down here, so I'll put a darker colour in, and then we're going to flick that up. You could do this same technique with pencils. Then the next colour. And then tortillon. That was the white one. This was the brown one. And bring it down. And then I'm going to move the book because that's a lot of dust. There we go. Just going to bring that through a little bit so it's not so stark white, but we have a little highlight there. How about that? Yeah, I'm happy with that. Let's do the next part. So I don't know about you guys, but I watch loads of YouTube at bedtime and in the afternoons when I get home from work, and I'm just already over Halloween, which is why probably I chose this picture to do. Yeah, I'm done with it. And I was going to do a Halloween picture, but there is so many out there at the moment for you to follow, and I've just had it. I can't. I like it, I do. I like all the bright colours that we can use, but let me just move the book again. Sorry, folks. But yeah, it's all a bit much for me now. And I'm like, yeah, I'm moving on. I've had enough. There we go. Alright, let's do the next section, which I'm going to call this bit. And I wanted her to have that traditional Tinkerbell look, which is why she's got a little bit of sort of orangey blondie hair, as per the cartoon. And I just did a bit of, I came home from work, made a cup of tea, as you do, threw on my slippers, and just played around with colour, really. I'm going to put a bit of white in there, and we're going to have that here. So this is just me. There, we used that one, didn't we, for the white? And this is just what I came up with, and I thought, you know, it's simple, but it looks effective. There, another section done. Okay, let's do these bits. So I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to follow the direction. Just checking you can see. I'm going to follow the direction of those waves of hair. I'm going to go in with our next colour. And let's see how that blends out. Pull that down. Right, let's get a bit of white. I'm going to put it in here. I hope you can see all this okay. And I was thinking about putting some darker colour in, but actually I was thinking about putting some darker brown in, but at the moment I don't think it needs it. I'm quite happy with that real cartoon look. What do we think? Yeah, she's cute, isn't she? Okay. This is our dark colour. And do you see what I mean about sectioning out her hair? Just taking it a section at a time. Now obviously if you did this with pencils, you'd probably get more of the lines of individual hairs in, but like I say, she is a cartoon and I wanted it kept that way. I'm going to brighten that up. I'm not happy with how pale that is. What are we thinking? I think she looked gorgeous. That beautiful little face. Right, let's do... On my desk, whenever I'm doing anything to do with colouring with you guys, it's such a tip. So I've got my pastels over there, the whole tray, and I've got pencils that I'm using over there, my keyboard in front of me. Oh, and it's just... And I've got loads of desk space. I know if you saw... my art room tour that I did, there's no excuse for the mess that I make, really. But I suppose half the fun of art and colouring is that we're relaxed, so I don't care. I don't care whether I'm organised or I'm not at this point. And that's lovely, I like that. It'll bother me afterwards and I'll have to clear it up, but I'm just relaxing and going with the flow, folks. Can you believe that? Of this woman that first came on here saying, "Oh, worry about everything." It's changing. I'm getting more confident, and less things are bothering me. So I have all you to thank for that, I really do. We'll keep going. Okay, last few bits here. I'm going to fill in all the dark, and then we'll come back and do the light bit in a minute, all underneath. So I'll do that quite dark, and that bit. Okay, let's put in the light colour. And we'll just blend that in. There. One side done. Now we've just got the other side. Right, I'm just going to sharpen my pencil. There we go. That's the dark one. So don't worry about her eyelashes, we'll go back in with pencil and make those beautiful and dark. That's underneath. There we are. Just checking I've got the right side. Just going to shift her around a bit so I can get to it all. That's underneath, so that's going to be dark. Then I'm going to go in with the light. I'll put a bit more dark down. There we go. Let's fill that in. I'm just going to lift it up and give it a blow. There. I think she looks so cute, doesn't she? I'm pleased with that, I really am. Very little effort. I just need to blend that. Little bit's bugging me. Very little effort, and she's got a really cute hairstyle. Okay, where should we go now? Well, I suppose it would make sense to look at her dress. So I'm going to have to shifty the camera, or the mess on my desk. So I suppose it would make sense to look at the dress, wouldn't it? So if we do the dress and then the wings, yeah, I think that makes sense. Okay. Right, I don't need my piece of scrap paper because we haven't coloured down here yet. Now I'm thinking that I want, obviously I'm going to do the leaves green, and I'm going to do the petals and this little bit of rah-rah skirt here in pinks. So I've chosen, let me put them in order for you. There we go. So I've chosen, oh, the camera thinks it's Friday as well. Come on, camera. There we go. Magenta 200, coral 190 and pale pink 180. Okay, and that's how I'm going to do these petals. So let's start, makes sense. No, let's just do the big one here. Like her hair, I'm going to flick in this deep coral. No, sorry, magenta. It's the one we used on her cheeks. And then I'm going to take coral, and I'm going to bring that down. But I'm thinking I might not go all the way. I might leave a bit of white at the tip of this petal. So then I'm going to take the pale pink, and let's try leaving a bit of white, see what happens. Might not like it, but I'm just going to flick that in. Okay. Right, now I need to check that my tortillion's clean, and I'm going to go from the lightest up so we don't spread that deep colour into it. And then pull it down. Okay, let's give that a quick blow off. There. That looks really subtle on camera, but it actually isn't. So I'm going to put a bit of the deep in, which was the magenta, and then back in with the coral. And let's push that down. Okay, let me see how that works. Okay, got a bit of a... There. That's pretty, I like it. Very nice. Where's the other one gone? Okay. So I'm going with a little bit more confidence this time, with the same colours. We know not to come down to the bottom. I like the little, how it blends from very pale pink into white. I like that. Okay, so we're going to push up the pale colour into the dark. Hadn't cleaned off my tortillon. That was silly. And then bring the dark down. Ah, I think that's quite effective, isn't it? I like it. Pleased with that. Cleaning that off, and then I'm just going to blend that a little bit better. There we go. Yeah. Just going to have a sip of tea. All right. Let's do the leaves together. So I've got these colours from, oh no, dark to light. I've got, come on. Okay, there we go. I can't see what that says. I don't know what that says. P500, olive green 510, and fresh green 470. Sorry, I do apologise. I can't make it out. Okay, that's what we're going to use for the leaves. And let me move her up. I'm going to put the deepest colour here, which is that iron... I can't pronounce it. Sorry, folks. It's the P500. And I'm going to put that at the top of the leaf here. Bring it down a little bit at the sides. Sorry if you can hear my washing machine going crazy. I think I must have left my coat somewhere around the children that I work with, and something might have been spilt on it. And yeah, it was kind of stinky when I got home. Well, I got in the car to come home and I could smell it. I don't know what it is, probably some kind of pop or something, but it stunk. So, always helpful, my children. Right, So we've got the dark to the light, so I'm going to actually go light again so that we don't completely destroy that beautiful, what colour did I say it was? Fresh green. And then I'm going to pull down the dark into that. So that we get a nice blend line rather than just this stark finish. I like that. That's pretty with the with the pink. I'm just gonna help that blend in a bit. So I'm taking the light colour and the mid colour, just to help that blend. There we go. Yeah, I like it. Ah, very pretty. Let's do another one together. So I'm taking the, I wish I could read what it says. I can't see what it says, folks. I'm so sorry. P500. We're doing the dark at the top, where they would go, excuse me, where it would go underneath the petals. Bring that down a little bit, but not too much. Then I'm going to take the olive green, same as we've done for the last one, and bring that down. I'm going to take the fresh green and push that in. Such a pretty colour, that one. Okay, I'm going to push the fresh green up so it doesn't get destroyed. Oh, can't clear my throat. And then bring the darks down. Because that way you can control the colour better and you're not just destroying that light colour that you've put in. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to bring in a little bit of our mid-tone, the olive green, and just bring that back down. Just to blend that out. There. So that's what I like about them. Look, you can just keep playing until you're happy. And as long as you're gentle with your blending, you can just keep playing. I have a thing about leaves. I don't enjoy doing them. I don't know what it is about them, but I'm never satisfied with the leaves that I've done. They always just, I don't know. But it is a cartoon picture, so we don't have to be perfect. Okay, so that's how I'm going to do the leaves and the colours that I'm going to use. And then the in-between, this little tutu bit, I'm going to take the two colours that we had, the two palest colours, the coral and the pale pink, and I'm just going to put that in, and we're going to have just a very pale pink in there. I'm going to bring that very pale one down. Like we did on the petal, I'm going to leave some white. I need a tortillon that hasn't been... Nope, not that one. That one's clean. And I'll start here. Actually, I think we do need that, a bit of that darker. So I am going to put the magenta in. The same as we did for the petals. I think it just sets it off. Is that the one? Yeah. It's just too pale at the top there. Alright. That's better, I think. I don't know if you're picking up that colour at all. Let me just, there we go. Sorry about that. I don't know if you're picking up that pale colour. So like I say, all I look through is a tiny little viewfinder. And it's not really representative of how it looks when you upload it. There, that's better. There we go. Okay, let's do another one. So I'm going to put in, I'm going to start with the pale pink, and I'm going to fill this bottom bit in, leaving a gap. Then I'm going to go in with the coral pink, and then the magenta. Okay, let's blend that in. Okay, then my idea for the tutu was to take the tiny Posca, that PC1MR 0.7mm, and to where the squiggly lines are to represent the layers and the frills, I'm going to Poscarize. Okay. Oh, yeah. I'm just going to cover those lines up. I might need more than one layer, so we get a nice bright white. Yeah. So I will let that dry, and then, gosh, can you even see it? I'll let that dry and then I'll go over it again if I bring her up. What is causing that? It's not that. I haven't got my little light on. It must be my overhead light. So there's a hair. And that's how we've done the tutu. So, I'm not sure about the little flowers. I think probably best we'll finish the dress. Let me zoom out so you've got a full view. I think of my messy desk and my piece of scrap paper. Sorry folks. I think probably what I'll do is go off camera and finish, because you don't need, you've seen how I do them, so you'd be able to recreate that now. So all the leaves in the green, the petals in the pink, this bit will be green too. Then I'm going to do her tutu just as we've done it on camera. And then what I'll do is come back and show you, and then we might just leave it there. It depends on how long the video is. Alright folks, I'll see you in a second. So, I've done all her pinks and the... God, let me start again. I've done all the tutu and the petals and her leaves, as you can see. I didn't like how stark the Posca came out on her dress, so what I did was just I did Posca on all of it, and then just did a light coat back over it, just to soften it up so those black lines weren't so stark. And I see that I've missed a little bit of tutu here, look. So just Just do that quickly. And then I thought we'd focus on the thimble that she's sitting on. Was her gift, or was it her gift to Peter Pan? Or was it Wendy's? I think it was Wendy's, wasn't it? There, okay. So I'm quite pleased with how she's turning out. I'm a bit disappointed that the Posca didn't work so well on her dress, but never mind, we can, when I've fixed everything, we can add some glitter or sparkle or something to her tutu. So I'll bring the camera in, and I'm just going to tip you a bit, bring you in, and let's have a look at this thimble. So I've got 3 greys. I've got, let's hold it up so we can pick that up. Come on, camera. There we go. Graphite grey, P700. Blue grey, what is that, sorry, 690. And aluminium grey, 680. I hope that's picked that up clearly. There we go. Alright. Now I'm going to be really cautious with the graphite grey because it is very dark. So I'm going to do the edges like this. And I don't want to put too much on it because it will overwhelm everything. And I just want to make it look like a, as best I can, a shiny silver thimble that she's sitting on. So I might extend that just a little. Can you see everything I'm doing? My hand's in the way. So I'm just rounding that off. There. Okay. Now I'm going to use the blue grey. I'm going to overlap that really dark grey with it. Come to about here, giving it a bit of a curve at the bottom. I'm hoping that that will give it the appearance of it being round instead of flat. So where should we come to? About here. We can always add some more later. Overlapping that dark grey. Make sure I get right up there. Here, I need to come down a little bit more, I think, there. Okay, keep going this side. And then I'm going to come in with the aluminium grey, or aluminum grey, and fill that in, but I'm going to leave the centre out. Mind her little toes. And we'll just see how this works. If I haven't put enough in, then we can always add more. Or erase the centre, should we need to. Come in a little further. There. Okay. Right. I need I'm going to take this chunky, well-used tortillon. It's nice and soft, so it helps to blend really well. And I'm going to risk it and go for the dark bit first. And blend that and bring it in. So I'm not worried, I've gone over the line, look there if you can see, but I'll rub it out in a second. Or erase it. Right, I'm going to try and bring that out as far as I can towards the centre. There we go. Smooth it over a little bit. And then leave that bit white for a minute. We can play, can't we, in a second, and just... So I'm going to do the same here. Be careful with your hand over that part. I'm going to blend that in. Okay, I'm just going to clean off the tortillon on my scrap piece of paper and start bringing that in. Just so we have a nice soft grey line down the centre. Drawing the bottom up. Now, I am going to take, if I can find it, it's right in front of me, my white, and I'm going to go back over and soften up that line. I don't know if this will work, we might have to erase it instead. But let's just soften that last bit of grey, the palest grey, the aluminium or aluminum grey, and just push that back. Clean off again. There. What do you think? I'm wondering if I should have a little bit more light in some other places. Where else? Might have a bit of a curve here, a bit of a light here. Let's take a bit of that out. And the other side. A little bit there. A little bit there. And then we'll take that where I went over the line now. Just erases so easily. Okay, then I'm going to take the tortilla, clean it off, and then I'm just going to just lightly go over where I've erased, just really lightly, just so it's not so stark white. There, that's better. Might need a little bit more noticeable up here. I'm going to just brush it. There we are. Okay. What do you think, guys? I need to take my filthy eraser, and because I've brushed it, it has smudged, it's gone on the page, but we are going to be doing a background, I hope. Let's clean her off. Right, shall we have a look at the whole thing? Okay, remove my gumph, and I'll lift her up so you can have a look a bit closer without me zooming in. She's beginning to look really beautiful. Now I don't know, her lips I'm definitely going to put some pencil on, and obviously we'll go over the black of her eyelashes and eyebrow, but I don't know if we'll deepen up her skin a little bit, her face a little bit, maybe, we'll see when everything else is done. But do you see the skirt, what I was saying? It's kind of just left them more as a grey line. I don't know, I just wasn't really too comfortable with the bright stark white on it. But I think the camera wants to do me the justice of refocusing. I think, folks, for tonight we'll leave it there, and then tomorrow we'll finish her. we'll do her wings, the little bottle. The flowers I think will probably be pink, maybe. The wings I'm thinking of doing pale green, pale pink and a pale blue to match her eyes. I don't know. I have no idea about her little tights, her stockings. So I have no idea what colour to do them. But I'll have a think about it overnight. And we will finish her tomorrow together. So I hope you've enjoyed it, guys. I'm having so much fun redoing my colour along, especially using the pastels. I do love them. So I'll let you go and I'll say good evening and I'll see you all tomorrow. So take really good care of yourselves. Until tomorrow. Bye bye.